Hey, Warrior. Welcome back. I'm Rudy. And if you are new here, I help Warrior moms. Women, a lot of you single moms building online businesses will still juggling actual real life. Build businesses that don't require you to burn yourself down to keep the lights on. Today, we're talking about something that I wish someone had a sat me down and told me years ago, because it would have saved me literally hundreds of hours. We're talking about batching, systems, and why perfectionism has been quietly running your business into the ground. Before we get into it, quick thing. If this is your first time here, hit subscribe because I'm dropping a full training every single week on exactly this kind of stuff. Calm systems, simple tools, ways to build a business that actually fits your life instead of swallowing it whole. And down in the description, I've got a free resource for you called the Calm Business Systems Kit. It is literally the framework I'm about to walk you through today, fully built out, ready for you to plug into your business today. Go grab it. It's free, no catch. Okay, let's talk about perfectionism. I used to think perfectionism was a good thing. I thought it meant I cared. I thought it meant I had high standards. What I've come to realize, and what I teach every single warrior mom I work with, is that perfectionism is not a personality trait. It is a hiding place. It's fear dressed up in a blazer, telling you that if you just work a little longer, edit a little more, wait a little longer to hit publish, you'll finally feel ready. And here's the truth, warrior. You will never feel ready. Ready is a feeling, not a finish line. And if you're waiting to feel it before you take action, you're going to be waiting a very long time. And meanwhile, your business is sitting still. Here's what perfectionism actually costs you. It costs you time, hours and hours rewriting the same caption, restructuring the same email, recording the same 15-second video for the ninth time because your hair wasn't quite right. But it doesn't just cost you time, it costs you momentum. Because every time you don't hit publish, you reinforce this quiet belief that you're not ready, that your work isn't good enough yet, that you need to hold back a little longer. And that belief compounds. It becomes the story you tell yourself about your business. And that story was a lie. I want you to hear this clearly. Done is better than perfect every single time. A published post that's 80% polished will always outperform a perfect post that never sees the light of day. Your people don't need perfect from you. They need real. They need consistent. They need to know you're actually here, showing up, doing the work, not disappearing behind a curtain of endless revisions. So here's a practical shift. When you sit down to create something, a caption, an email, a video, set a timer. Give yourself a real constraint. 20 minutes for a caption, 10 minutes to pick a photo. When that timer goes off, you're done. I promise you, the version you create in 20 minutes with a deadline is almost always just as good, sometimes better, than the version you'd create after 2 hours of second guessing. Constraints don't limit your creativity, warrior. They focus it. And I want you to build a new rule into how you operate. 80% and out the door. If what you've created communicates your point clearly and sounds like you, not some polished, sanitized version of you, but actually you, it's ready. The last 20% of polish that perfectionism is asking for, it rarely moves the needle on whether your content connects or converts. Your people aren't scrolling past your post because the font wasn't quite right. They're scrolling past because you didn't post it at all. Okay, let's move into the second piece of this. Because once you've let go of perfectionism, you need something to replace it with. And that's a real system. So let's talk about batching like a CEO. Here's the thing I see so many women in business do, especially moms who are already stretched in 15 directions. They treat content creation like a daily fire to put out. Every single day, they're waking up thinking, what do I post today? Scrambling to write something, scrambling to find a photo. And by the time they've done that 7 days in a row, they're wiped out. That is not sustainable. That is not how a CEO runs a business. And warrior, you are the CEO of your business if nobody's ever told you that before. Here's what I want you to do instead. Pick one block of time each week, 1 to 2 hours, that's it, and treat that time like a boardroom meeting with yourself. Not something you squeeze in during nap time or after everyone's finally asleep and you're running on fumes. An actual appointment. Put it in your calendar. Protect it like you would protect a meeting with your biggest client, because in a sense, that's exactly what it is. During that block, here's the key. You're not creating piece by piece. You're batching by task. What does that mean? It means you write all of your captions for the week in one sitting. Then separately, you film all your talking head content in one sitting. Then you pick all your photos in one sitting. Here's why this matters. Every time you switch from writing to filming to photo picking and back again, your brain has to context switch. And that context switching is exhausting. It's exactly where most of your time is disappearing. And when you batch by task, you stay in one mode, one mindset, and you move through it much faster. And you need a simple way to plan before you create. This can be as simple as a Trello board, a Notion page, or honestly, a printed weekly grid you fill out with a pen. The tool doesn't matter nearly as much as the habit. Map out your week. What's your theme each day? What's your call to action? What platform is it going on? Before you write a single word. Because when you sit down to create without a plan, you're starting from a completely blank page, and that blank page is where perfectionism and procrastination both live. Plan first, create second, every time. Now, let's talk about the third piece, because this is the one that really changes the game. Create once and then use it everywhere. Here's what I mean. Every single week, I create one core piece of content. For me, that's usually this YouTube video that you're watching right now, or a blog post. And then I mine that one piece for everything else I need that week. I pull quotes out of it for graphics. I clip pieces for reels. I pull the talking points straight into my email newsletter. One video becomes 5, 6, 7 pieces of content, and I'm not starting from scratch on a single one of them. This is the single biggest shift that took me from spending 20 plus hours a week on content to spending 2, because I stopped treating every platform like it needed its own separate from scratch creation process. Instead, I built one repurposing workflow, and I used it every single week the same way, so I never have to think hard about it. It becomes automatic. If you want this laid out for you exactly, the templates, the checklist, the whole repeatable system, that is exactly what's inside the Calm Business Systems Kit, which again is totally free. And the link is right below this video, so go grab it. Now, I know some of you watching this are thinking, but Rudy, this all sounds great, but I don't even know where to start. I don't have systems. I don't have a workflow. I'm just surviving. I hear you, warrior, and that is exactly why I built something for you. On August 26th at 7 p.m., I'm hosting a free live training called Automate Your Income Without Burnout. We are going to sit down together and actually build this out. Your calendar, your batching schedule, your repurposing workflow. So you leave that training with a real system in place, not just information you have to figure out how to implement on your own. It's completely free, and the link is below. Come save your seat. I would love to have you in there live with me to build that out. And if you're the type of warrior who wants to go even deeper, my book, The Warrior Mom's Playbook, is available right now. The link is below for that too. It walks through everything we talk about here in even more depth so you can go at your own pace. Here's what I want you to remember before you go build your own system this week. You are not behind because you're lazy. You are not behind because you don't work hard enough. If anything, you're probably working too hard on too many things with no system catching any of it. Systems aren't the opposite of hard work, warrior. Systems are what make hard work sustainable. They're what let your business grow without asking you to sacrifice your peace, your family, your time, or your nervous system to get there. So this week, I want you to pick one thing from today's video and actually implement it. Maybe it's setting a timer on your next caption. Maybe it's blocking 1 hour on your calendar for batching. Maybe it's mapping out how one piece of content could become 5. Start small, warrior. Systems build over time. They don't have to be perfect on day one. Remember, done beats perfect every single time. Drop a comment below and tell me which one you're starting with. I genuinely read every single one, and I love seeing what you're building. If this video helped you, hit subscribe so you don't miss next week. And come join us inside the Empower Collective if you want ongoing support building this out together. And I will see you at the free training on August 26th. Until then, go build something calm, warrior. You've got this. And as I always say, reemerge, rise, and reign. We'll see you in the next video.